Hello there gamers, welcome to Respawn Rants on mygameslounge.com, the MGLMix of the 5th of October. Already October, we're well into crazy season, it's going mad. And EGX, we were there, and if you haven't seen our indie update, make sure you check it out, because there's some fantastic indie games there. There was The Escapists, Walking Dead, Eden Star, the upcoming release of Sub-Level Zero, that's a fantastic game. Please check that out. There's 10 indie games that you must find something in for yourselves to enjoy, including Rage and Justice, which, if you liked Streets of Rage, oh my god, outstanding. Now, on to the first big developer to take up stand at EGX, and that was EA. And EA had a huge presence at EGX this year. They had 4 big games there, and they were making quite a big showing of things. They were partnering obviously with Sony for Star Wars Battlefront. Mirror's Edge Catalyst was there, and a huge queue for it as well as Need for Speed for all the racing guys out there. That doesn't include me, as I cannot race to save my life. It's just not in me. And there were Plants vs Zombies as well. So where did I start? Where else would a Star Wars fan start? I went to play Star Wars Battlefront. Now this was a game I have been looking forward to this for some time, and to say a game that's got high expectations always has big risk with it, and I was super impressed from the moment that I got control of my dude and I was able to switch between first person and third person, because third person works better for me. I think it's great that the game's doing that. It opens it up to me, to be honest with you. I'm pretty bad when it comes to first person. Being third person made me less bottom than first person did, and it was great. It was the battle on Hoth. There was the AT-ATs and the big Imperial walkers coming at me, and I was on the rebels. I was on the underdog side, and I had to take on the walkers. And just the sounds were the first thing that struck me more than the visuals. The visuals are stunning, but it was just, for a moment I spawned, there was just this fire from the walkers, just a pew pew pew. I can't do it obviously like the Star Wars sound, but you know, they were all Star Warsy sounds, and when you fired your own blaster, it was the Star Wars sounds as well. And then to cap it all off, in the background you've got this beautiful soundtrack. You know, you've got the John Williams soundtrack playing in the background as you're going around Hoth, you know, that's been imagined here in this battleground. And the walkers are coming at you. Your objective is to destroy them all before they destroy you. There's various stormtroopers coming your way as well, wave after wave of them. You've got boosts, so you can get like things like grenades, thermal detonators. You've got kind of charged shots like grenade launcher type things that fire off. You got an ion shot, which is good for weakening the walkers, making them vulnerable, and therefore you can take them out. They were quite cool. I liked that, and it was just a lot of fun. I can't say it anyway. It was Star Wars. It looked fantastic. It was Hoth. There were Imperial walkers stomping all around me, and it was fun whether you were on the ground or whether you got into one of the vehicles. So after a while there were coins around, and you pick up these coins and that unlocked vehicles, like the speeders and the X-Wings and stuff, and you could just call them in. Once you got one, that was it. You called it in, you jumped in, and then you were in a vehicle trying to take things out. It was so much fun. It was untrue. I loved it. The only disappointment from the demo I've got, I have to say, is I never saw a special character appear at all. So not only did I not get to jump in a special character myself and experience that, I didn't see anyone else do it either. I didn't see Darth coming after us and taking everyone on, nor did I see Luke Skywalker appear. But, you know, that's something for the game when it comes out. Star Wars Battlefront is a game to be reckoned with. Cannot wait. Looks amazing. It was only a ground demo that was available on the EA stand. On the PlayStation stand there was a co-op mission. I couldn't get on that. It was just mad. But I was quite happy with my multiplayer, to be honest. The battle on Hoth, very good start. Looking forward to more. Really like to try out some aerial battles next. That's the kind of thing I'm looking forward to. But no, Star Wars Battlefront, verdict, top game. One of the best in show at EGX. Of the big releases, obviously, not including the indies. You stand alone, indie people. So after that, I had a fast track ticket, so I thought let's just get through these as quick as possible. And I kind of pushed my way in, felt a bit bad. Got to the front of the queue, Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Wow, ooh, beautiful. I mean, absolutely stunning. I mean, from one DICE game to another, and DICE have a bad reputation, and I sometimes feel it's unjust. I feel like DICE are a good developer if you leave them alone. I feel like if they're rushed by the corporate EA and they're forced to kind of do things, they unfortunately will rush things, but then they're rushed, so they don't work necessarily as well. So I think DICE have got two good games here. Mirror's Edge Catalyst played really nicely. Now, they couldn't have given... I can't even describe it as a sandbox. It was like a shoebox. The area of the city that you were allowed to explore. It was very small. But even in that time, you got to grips with Faith's abilities. Now, what was nice was you got a demo on an iPad about the game, a little bit of background, a little bit about what you could do. I thought that was clever, and it was a nice way to involve us. We then got in and saw the startings of Faith's story, where she was allowed loose and free from captivity, only to join up with the runners once again, and well, not once again, because obviously I think this is set before the original game, sorry. But yeah, you were set loose, and you were using the controls to climb, and very simple controls. Left trigger did your up actions, and left bumper would do your down actions, and it was all about keeping that flow. And the few missions that you got to do, a race, a billboard hack, which is reminiscent of the ones from infamous Second Son, if you ever went up to a billboard and kind of spray painted it. And then there was a bit of combat as well, and it was nice. It was just nice for a demo, rather than just giving you there's the open city, do what you want. It was felt more structured to me. This is kind of what a race is like. So the race was good. You jumped in, and it allowed you to get used to the kind of the flow of running and slipping under things, jumping over things quickly, using the landing roll, which I found incredibly difficult to master. I couldn't do it, to be honest, in that small demo. The landing roll was bad. Faith has got a lot of bruised knees, thanks to me, I'm afraid. And then there was the climbing one, which was again a little bit different. It was more about how do I scale this. So it was trying to keep your flow whilst trying to get up to something, and then maybe back down to something. That was a cool mission, but the best one, obviously the one we want to know about, is the combat. Now the combat, they've taken out guns completely from Faith. She is just going to be using melee moves, but let's put it this way, she doesn't need to turn around and check, does she? If she hits you, she hits hard, and it's all about keeping that flow. So when she attacks one of the guards, she flows into it, and she will take out them as quickly as possible. But there's different ones. There's like sentinel type ones that will try and block you, and if you go in too lightly with them, they'll just deflect you off and lose your momentum completely, and then you're vulnerable to get shot or to obviously get taken out yourself. So it's all about what move you use to kind of take out these people attacking you, and the flowing attack isn't always your best one. Sometimes it's best to dive in with a heavy one, depending on which type of soldier it is. That was cool. I liked it. I managed to get one of the cool finishing moves again, where she took out and broke one of the legs and smashed around the face with her feet. It was cool. And then you deliver your package, and the mission's done. It was kind of like a drop-off mission where, take this from here to here type thing. Now, Mirror's Edge Catalyst, very, very good. Looking forward to that at the start of the next year. Now, I've got to drop off a little bit here, gamers, from my enthusiasm and my knowledge. I did have a look at Need for Speed and thought it looked incredible, but I didn't get fully hands-on with it. I had like a minute's go, mainly because I just can't race. I just can't do it. And my colleague, the Gav of War, will be behind me while I'm playing a racer and go, "Rossco, brake! You're not braking. Why aren't you braking?" I just go, "Why should I need to brake? I didn't have to brake on the Mega Drive. I shouldn't have to brake now." So yeah, I had a look at that, and it's going back to the kind of Need for Speed Underground look, as far as I'm concerned, which seems to be a positive thing. Spoke to some gamers there, spoke to other people on mygameslounge.com that had a go on Need for Speed, saying it's handling a bit like Underground used to. It got that kind of feel to it, that glossy shimmer, everything at night, souped up vehicles, But the freedom seems to be the key with this one, with the fact that you can go and you can emulate different legends. I like it. It looks good. I'm not going to play it because I'm not a racing fan, but what they're doing with it seems to be a positive step for the Need for Speed series. And Plants vs Zombies is just fun. I mean, I'm not sure they've changed the formula in the sense that you're on the attack this time, but I'm not sure it's exactly anything different from the original ones. But what it is it's fun, and it's an update, an updated game for the new generation of machines. And if you like Plants vs Zombies, if you've had lots of fun playing it over the past few years with the different ones, you should certainly check this out, because it's certainly one for the fans. They've tried to include things that fans have requested and wanted and suggested, which is nice for EA. They've not just gone for microtransactions as they would normally. So yeah, it's cool, it's fun. But my pick from EA, who I think had a good EGX and showed off some great games, is definitely Star Wars Battlefront. It was just excellent. If you're a Star Wars fan, you are going to be happy with that game when it comes out. It looks really, really polished, and the build that they used there was quite old as well. So I could only imagine what it looks like now. We'll have all the stuff on Star Wars Battlefront on mygameslounge.com, of course. So check that out. But Mirror's Edge fans, don't get the pitchforks out for me. That was really, really good too. It's just that I personally, as a Star Wars fan, I cannot wait to play Battlefront, and having had a go, I've got high hopes for it now. I was a bit unsure, to be honest, but no, it looks fantastic. So, yep, mygameslounge.com for more Star Wars Battlefront, for more EA games, and for more EGX. Keep in touch with us. We've got loads of stuff going on Twitter. Check it out. Check out our Facebook page as well, and our YouTube, of course, where you can find some more videos, including the next one from me, which is on Ubisoft at EGX.